Hello and welcome to the IDL. My name's Nick, and this is Gluttony and Earth. With me today, I have Kyle.
I was gonna scream out eggs, but I'm no longer playing that character. Hi.
Tomorrow we have Adam.
I was going to go get my glasses clean cloth, and then I forgot to, so my glasses are still disgustingly dirty.
Oh. Yesterday we had BakaZombie.
Oh, bloody hell, mate, you already know this.
And always and forever, chained by time itself to this moment, it is Kane.
Dr. Pepper!
I'm sorry, Dr. Pepper. I'm going to cut that. If you don't, we need you to...
Oh, my bad. Oh, I'm sorry.
Here's before we say that word.
My bad. I'll try. We'll do this again. All right, 3, 2... Mr. Pibb!
Sorry, we only support Pibb Extra in this house.
Okay. Black. All right, I got a good one this time.
Okay.
All right. 3, 2. Shasta.
Okay, no, we don't do that. Okay.
All right, dude.
You had your chance. I had the dumbest problem recently. And I'm curious about you guys, if you guys have had any of this with signs of being old.
Is this like when you bought 14 loaves of bread when you were sick? Because that's not a common problem.
That's no. That's a pretty common problem for being sick. No. This is more like my back was hurting like a little bit, so I made sure I have a futon that I was sleeping on. My back was hurting a little bit. I have a mattress, but I don't have a box spring or like anything like that. So I mostly had the mattress on the ground. I didn't want to be on the ground because my apartment had a mouse problem. So I've been sleeping on the futon instead. So I was like, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use the futon as a box spring, as a base for my mattress. And that'll be comfortable. Mm-hmm. 2 weeks of that. And my back was in such pain that like moving my shoulders made it like just upper back pain, just immense problems for me. Like the pain, the movement issues, like I just could not handle it. And it's like, it's a softer mattress. I thought it'd been fine. It was 2 weeks of this. And I said, fuck it, I'm done with this. I'm done with this. I'm done with this. So I take the mattress off and I put the futon back as it is. And I sleep on the futon as a futon, like as a couch.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately my back's fine again. I'm like, what the hell? I thought like having like an actual mattress and setup would like fix me, but like I had to like sleep on like this shitty hard surface to make it actually like fix again.
Probably then should just get a harder mattress, like a less soft mattress. Because that's probably the issue then, is that your mattress is too soft and not giving you like enough support that your body needs. So that's why the futon was better.
Maybe.
It's literally what you described was I slept on something soft and it was bad, and I slept on something hard and it was good.
I haven't had this issue with this mattress before though, until I started doing it.
That mattress was just straight on the floor that has more support than a futon does. So the floor is hardening the mattress by proxy.
You know, why would the futon not do that?
Because the futon isn't a solid.
Is it like a bar? Like what's the support structure of the futon?
It's like
Is it like slats or like?
It's like pillow. It's like a pillow top. What?
The frame of the futon.
Yeah, the frame of the futon. What does that look like?
It's like I don't know because it's like one like encased thing, right? Does that make sense to when I say that?
Oh yeah, like you can't take the mattress off of it.
Right, can't take the mattress. Yeah, yeah.
But even then, the mattress, instead of your mattress being straight on the floor and having that hard surface, so that the mattress itself is having a hard surface. Your mattress is now on top of a soft surface, and that soft surface is hitting the hard surface. So your mattress isn't getting that.
Okay.
You don't have any support.
I have a new twist. In this. What if I told you for like 3 years prior to me moving here, I used that futon as my box spring for my mattress, and I didn't have problems.
Well, you're old and shitty. That's the end of that. Your body is changing.
Yeah. I was gonna say, because I'm getting older. Yeah, there's problems.
I know what's the problem. Whenever you're sleeping, the rats fuck up your back.
Oh,
Rats fuck on your back.
A rat orgy on your back.
My back is not the one that's supposed to be getting blown out here.
You're getting back shots, brother.
Rats. The rats.
No, I was saying, like, how are you guys dealing with getting older? Because apparently mine's not going well.
Just hoping to die.
I'm not doing well with getting old. I'm just getting old and tired, and just one day closer to eternity.
I don't know
feel
about
like
you guys, but I'm fine.
I feel like I'm not doing too bad, but I also don't have a very physically demanding job, so I can. Yeah. My life's a lot easier in that way.
That's fair. I don't actually get because I have a physically demanding job. I don't really get the same rest that I normally would. Yeah, getting old sucks. I gotta say. I thought I was fine, and then I turned 33, and I'm like, geez, this is a whole new ball game. A really painful ball game. A ball game in which you die at the end.
Ball.
So like baseball.
Yeah, like baseball.
Just like normal baseball.
Like regular ass baseball. Must be playing baseball. Ass baseball. Speaking of some ass baseball, but that doesn't make sense. Speaking of going until you die, let's hit up that recap. So last time, I wrote last tithe in my recap notes. Last tithe. So in the last time, in the battle against the Opus Queen, things were getting pretty dire as both Egg and Gobby were getting knocked down, getting just torn up by the Queen. Darius kind of had to Darius had
Gobby's ex-lovers.
Put some resources into healing Gobby before Gobby unfortunately turned to stone. That's right, the Queen's presence finally infiltrated both Egg and Gobby and turned them to stone. Before that, however, or I guess as that happened, as Egg was turned to stone, a new goblin arrived on the scene named Brikung, who got some good, clean punches in and then also immediately turned to stone. Things not looking good. However, Brikung was with another mysterious man who came in and helped assist the fight to its end. They were able to take it over. He said, all's well that ends well. Darius is like, what do you mean? That's not all that. We have different definitions of that. But he mentions that his name is Javyn. He is a troll. And he mentions that he tells Darius about the Opus Queen and how they are petrified right now, but it's all reversible. And they were able to save them before they got, hollowed out by these Opus maggots. He mentions he came here for some information, and they hired him to take out the source, to hunt down the source of what was going on down here. So he took the Queen as his prize to later be consumed and head off. The rest of the goblins came down and helped. I don't know what I said that made Kyle burst into laughter. But I just see people cracking up in the cams.
It's a shit posting chat.
It's a shit posting. Okay. So then, also it ends well. Darius goes up to the records hall, unloads the cultural artifacts of the map and the banner. This is very distracting, actually. Just saying, you guys are having like this whole ass conversation. I just see it in your faces only. It's very disturbing for me. But Darius then goes to the get some information on a till, and it turns out he's able to get this information because he has the security clearance that he doesn't think he should have, but clearly the other Darius did have. And that's kind of where we left off.
Great. What do I learn? What do I learn about a till? What do I got to do?
Learn about a till. You're going to spend a downtime if you want to learn about a till.
I mean, I think I have like 3 downtimes, 2 or 3 downtimes until I have to head back when ending's done.
You have 2 more to go. You have 2 to go.
Okay. I mean, that's why I came here, was to learn stuff. So
so if you want to ask some questions, you can roll this with this research roll with so it's investigation, and you'll get a +2 to it because you have some direct source documents and you're in the Hall of Records, and this is all related back to your information or the lead link.
I get a +2 on that, you said?
Yeah.
How does a 28 sound? And actually, I am going to use my tactical assessment to add a D6 to that investigation check.
Tell me more about tactical assessment.
Oh, that's my martial adept. So when I make an investigation, history, or insight check, I can expend a superiority die. This is a feat that I had.
Yeah. Okay.
So I rolled an extra D6, and I rolled a 2, so that brings me up to a flat 30 on that investigation check. That's what I was hoping for.
Yeah, nice. This is it. Your brain's ticking. You're getting that brain blast. You're going in on all of this info. You get to ask me 4 questions.
Okay. I guess I don't know if I have 4 questions about Attil. We'll see what comes up. Yeah. What was the end point for this Attil? Because I know he went off because he was sick. What happened to him after that? Is he still alive? Is he dead? What happened to him essentially next as far as the records go here?
It turns out Attil was sent to the Gold Link for some experimental treatment. Here's where the security clearance comes in. You find that Darius Crucibleborn helped the Gold Link discover what they were referring to as the God Killer armor. And he helped them discover and find it to be implemented in this process. The idea was they were going to try and bind Attil to this armor to help him cure him of his disease. Unfortunately, Attil died in the process. Not because of their binding process, but he just died naturally before it could work, and it kind of screwed things up. However, Attil's spirit did bind to this armor still. Attil, it seems like from some notes and some some of the notes that people were making on this, it sounds as though Attil never realized he ever died. His spirit bound to this armor, and he thought it was a success. So he lived his life from there on in that armor. It turns out they used him for some secret missions, but overall they didn't have a major use for him at the moment. It sounds like he met someone and then abandoned post to go become a librarian to be with that person. There's notes from Darius in these noting that he doesn't think it's a problem for Attil to run off. That if they need him, it sounds like he's pretty confident Attil will come back if they actually need him for something. But it's probably best to let him go live off some of this while he's, to help him keep living in that idea that he's alive. To give him some sort of life outside of this for now. Yeah.
And this is just making sure I'm remembering the continuity of everything that has happened.
Yeah.
I saw Attil when we were on the boat. I saw his physical body, and Endian shot his physical body, and that is the armor that floated to the bottom of the ocean.
Yep.
And then when we came back to Atlantis, now that armor that they found is this version of Attil.
That armor, I think you can surmise. If you want to give me, if I want to use another one of your questions, I think you can.
Yeah, definitely. Because I'm trying to see.
Because he didn't know he was dead. That could have been part of his projection, right? He doesn't know he's dead. He thinks he's got a physical body. In that moment where you shot him, it was almost as if he might not have realized that he wasn't. He might have. Sorry, his soul, he thinks he manifests himself within the armor, and him not knowing he's dead kind of subconsciously allowed him to have a physical body in a way while he was in there. So when he got shot, not knowing he didn't have a body, soul manifested as if he had a body still.
Okay. Yes. Okay. That helps.
Yes. So by the time you saw him the second time, I think he had come to some idea that something was wrong and that he was controlling the armor more than he thought he was. That he became more of a ghost to the machine.
Yeah, because he's died on the boat and he thought he was alive before that, so that's why he didn't manifest a body when I saw the armor the second time, because he thought he had died even though he's been dead the entire time.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. In that case, what other notes are there about this like God Killer armor? Because I know that's one of the artifacts, and like what anything related beyond like what it was used for specifically in this experiment, of just like any of the other background information that's included in these files as part of this like experimental approach.
It seems as though Darius Crucibleborn has written in there that he has seemingly tried to he didn't really give much reasoning as to why he knew the location of this thing, so he like found it and like basically led the Gold Link to it to get it. And the idea was that, he mentioned what was called an object of power, but he kind of sold it to the to the Zealous Chain as like an opportunity to, advance technology more. Maybe something using this artifact, you can pull out technology to help recreate similar things to help. Once they get this experiment done and they have a better idea of how things work with it, they might be able to replicate even minor versions of it. And so it was kind of sold to the Zealous Chain as like this opportunity for technological growth. And it seems weird because it seems like Darius was, it doesn't seem in the notes as though Darius was all too serious about conquering or anything like that, or the advance. He just seems like he's using that as a selling point. It seems as though he was using it kind of as a stepping stone, right? Like he's setting something up.
He has an ulterior motive to doing it and is selling it as like, oh yeah, you can definitely like advance blah, 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 blah. But he has an ulterior motive to get this like in the world working and like interacting with society. Okay. Last
one question left.
Yes. This one may be a stretch. And let me know if it's too far afield, but essentially, like, again, this is another version of Darius. Like, he's thinking about all the things that he would potentially do as well, and like, a smart guy. Is there anything in these notes that he would potentially have to go back to later that I've like he has hidden in code? So it's like, if I lose all my other notes and I need to come back to your, like, I have these things, like, is there anything that is like one layer down that he hid in these notes to potentially come back to later?
The things that you find, I think if you're reading and you're like analyzing this over time, maybe this is like half the reason why it takes you so long, downtime wise, to figure this out. You kind of catch that like the first letter on every prime number page of some of these of this book or whatever basically says I'm waiting, if you spell it out. But that's about as far as you get with something like that. Okay.
I think once he realizes it and then like sees all of that, he's like, I fucking know you're waiting. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't think there's anything else. Learning those things, I don't think there's anything else that Darius would have. Like, doesn't think that he can get any more information from these documents themselves. Because, like, he knows now what actually happened to Attil. That, honestly, it wasn't a different version of Attil, which was important. And that everything that Attil said was true, which is interesting.
Yeah, it sounds like they spent a lot of time together. Like, he was pretty, like, even after the death, like, he spent time there to make him feel like a person and, like, try to, like, build him up some.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it then. Yeah.
Okay. Did you have other things you wanted to research, or
While
you're here? So I think you have another downtime if you wanted.
Yeah, I was going to look into, and this wouldn't necessarily be in the Hall of Records. Well, maybe. Yeah. It's like not the Hall of Records, but something similar, where probably closer to where he like dropped off the tapestry and the map of like more of historical records and things like that. He wants to look into if there are any records of, I think I've been calling it like the smiling one. Like in Dark World, he saw the mural of like the big spooky smiling face that was torturing goblinoids, and is like, okay, I haven't found anything in like other libraries, but this is like a goblinoid repository of knowledge. So like even myths and legends of like old mythology that may be present in one of these cities as opposed to general knowledge in some of the other libraries.
Okay. Yeah. Give me an investigation check. We'll see where this leads.
I rolled bad on that one. I don't think I'm going to get anything. I only got a 14 on that. Okay. Let me chat. So let me just see what. I am going to use Flash of Genius to add 4, so I'll bring it up to an 18. Because I can use when I or another creature within 30 feet make a check or a saving throw, I can add my intelligence.
So it was an 18, you said?
18, yes.
18. Okay, so I will give you 2 questions that you can get answered.
I don't know what the fuck. I need to check because what I've been calling this thing. Like the first pretty basic one is like, what is this entity? Like, what is it? Is it like a god? Is it a demon? Is it just like a creature? Like what's going on with it?
Yeah, you find it's not necessarily within the culture of the Zill's chain. You find it more in some like general library information. You find that it seems to be an avatar of sorts. It doesn't have like a recorded name, but you hear it being referred to as like, there's like a compilation of possible avatars out there, or like what everyone else would think of as gods normally in this time period. But like what I think now you might refer to as like an avatar of some sort. It seems to be some sort of avatar of the fractal god.
Okay.
Which, of course, a lot of these gods don't necessarily work within like a 1-to-1 ratio of like the actual gods. Like these avatars don't. They have their own purposes and they do their own things. However, usually it's they gain their power, as you remember from your time researching the King in Yellow. That it'd be more like people who live certain paths that reflect these gods tend to gain power from that. Yeah. So it seems to be some sort of avatar of the fractal god.
I think Darius then immediately goes into researching everything that he can about the fractal god. Like, again, just like the very basic of like,
okay,
what is it about? I mean, he's assuming it has to like related to torture and things like that, but like, what is the like main ethos of the fractal god?
It seems to be deception in some way. Some of his domain is more like deceptions and like the idea of infinite, and like there's all these like different the branching paths of possibility and the way that doors hide each other in this idea that there's like this refraction of like possibilities, and so like things that go on forever, and like the looping of all this stuff. And I think that kind of helps you click a few things to do with like how you're getting into like the mixing now of like why you're being hounded by these two different entities, and like what that connection kind of is between the fractal god and the the king in yellow, the leader of the yellow domain.
Yeah. Yeah, I think seeing this, Darius is like, fuck, yeah, this is a real, like, I'm right smack dab in the middle of both of them here. Like, this is... Yeah, I mean, those are my 2 questions on it. So, yeah, it's just like, it's lots of good information.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I was just calling it Smile. That's ominous.
Mm-hmm.
Are there, this is just quick and we can also take care of it off camera. Are there any shops in the Lead Link that have fun things?
Yeah, I think you'd find some pretty good stuff.
Yeah, like what do we got for sale?
A lot of stuff. I mean, you're gonna have various. It's gonna be a lot more like military and utilitarian stuff that you're gonna really find here. Let me see here. There's like a lot of like healing potions. I guess it depends on if you're looking for anything kind of specific. It doesn't seem like they do like specialty stuff, but they do have like some pretty good unique items.
I don't know.
Like battering shields, adamantine armor, things like that you might find, but like
yeah. I didn't necessarily have anything specifically in mind, but that's okay. That's fine. I'll just head out.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like anything like specialty, but like I'm sure if you were looking for something, you could find it. Nothing crazy.
Darius was doing window shopping and realizes that he didn't have anything in particular in mind, so he just heads out. And then just heads back to he goes back probably when he finishes up all of his research, goes back to like where he dropped off the tapestry and the map to see what they have for him, and then heads out.
Okay. And then you make it back. Everyone else has gone through training. I think this is a good time where everyone kind of is able to reconvene back in New Veneer from their different things. I believe, so based off all of this, you've had all your Ledling stuff. Endian, you got the Archer's Eye ability. And you also got a voice message from Darius about seeing Javyn. Temenos, you got you were working on your +1 to strength. I don't think you got it just yet. If I recall, based off of, we have to do the rolls for that, but I know you won't have it anyway at this moment. And then I believe Silas was just working on his dex, which also wouldn't be ready yet, I don't think.
Excuse me. Remind me what all the Archer's Eye includes.
Yeah. I will do that. I will definitely do that.
I will definitely, for sure.
I could.
100%. Oh wait, is it?
Oh, so it's
you have it on here already?
Did I do it? I think I might have.
Homebrew Archer's Eye. There we go. Oh, I have it.
Oh, there you go. Oh, look at that.
Bloody hell.
Bloody hell, we already got it.
Where's
We survived.
We did it.
Let me see what this does.
Legends
Usability, proficiency per day, yeah. I mean, yeah, so you guys, it's New Veneer time. You guys are all, you reconvene. Endian finally makes it back. What do you guys want to do?
It's a great question. I think when Darius gets home, he just checks in with Endian, since presumably he didn't hear anything about Javyn. Like, sent it off and then didn't get a response, so he just checks in. He didn't say. I tried to find where he was going next, but it seems like he just kind of wanders around doing stuff.
He's obviously got something that he's going to be going after next. He might just not have that planned out yet.
What did he look like when you saw him last?
A troll?
Because here's the thing. He had a normal eye, and then his other eye looked more like horse eye, which is unusual. And then he seemed to have more of like a muzzle than like a normal mouth and nose situation.
Yeah, I think the thinking back on it, the muzzle sounds slightly more familiar, because it wasn't like dramatically like he wasn't like a furry. Basically, he didn't have like a wolf head.
That's not what I was laughing about.
Yeah. But he did have, it was a little bit more canine in snout, like, which would have been familiar to you. But the eye, you know that you shot out one of his eyes.
Yes, well, his other eye, that wasn't what it looked like.
I mean, it's... I don't know if Darius knows that. That's something that... oh, fuck. I blanked on his name. My own character's name.
Darius?
Nathaniel knew.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if Darius knows everything about the unicorn. I don't think Darius knows that, so he wouldn't be able to make a comment on it. Yeah, it seemed unusual.
Did it seem to be working?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it seemed to be fully functioning. As far as I can tell. Could tell.
Some kind of magics or experimental sciences, maybe?
Potentially. I mean, maybe. I mean, I know there's magic to regrow limbs. Maybe he went to a druid and they just had a strange sense of humor. Gave him a different eye than his normal one.
I think I know where you got that eye from.
Where do you think he got the eye?
The unicorn that he took from the forest.
Oh.
What?
Right.
Is there any benefits to having a unicorn's eye specifically? Or would it just be like a general unicorn magic? And it's just this way of getting back at me for using the eye.
If you want to give me an Arcana check.
Endian's so smart. I haven't looked
Could
at
I potentially assist with that?
Yeah. You could assist. Give it advantage. As you guys are thinking of this.
with 1 point better than what I rolled. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You know, I mean, I think Endian's researched this enough in her preparations for trying to find Javyn. Trolls have regenerative abilities. And this seems to be like a pretty powerful magical thing. It could just be like he's getting magical power from this thing, and he might have just, when regenerating, has regenerated, a unicorn's eye. After, Darius, kind to the way Javyn talked about the Opus Queen. It's safe to say that he's the kind of guy who is in it for eating things.
Yeah.
So it might have. You could possibly put it together that he eats the unicorn, gets some of the power, but you also know it's not a normal unicorn either. So just eating a unicorn probably wouldn't just give you power, but eating this unicorn might give him power.
Most disturbing.
Yeah. Because trolls don't normally have a muzzle. Do you think he ate something else to get that?
I almost wonder if he got to one of the other queen's beasts, using that to track other ones.
He did seem to be very proud of his nose. He said it's wherever his nose leads him next.
Was there a greyhound?
A white greyhound, yes.
Well, that's just an oxymoron.
It's more of a white gray, you know?
It's more of an albino greyhound.
I mean, there was also a lion.
There's some.
I have 2 lions on this list, which doesn't seem correct. So I feel like one of those I misheard what was said because I have a white lion and a sacred lion.
Lion?
It's hard.
Oh, okay.
It's hard because Endian's notes run into Icewind Dale notes, and then Endian's notes continue somewhere else.
No, you're right about the lions. There was
Okay, so there's 2 lions. All right, 2 lions.
Freaking lions. Yeah, white greyhound, a sacred lion, and a white lion. Yeah. I wonder how many of them he's gotten to then.
Can I do like a retroactive like check to see if I noticed any other like anatomy that seemed unusual for a troll?
Yeah.
I know you mentioned him clawing things, but that's a pretty troll-like thing to do.
Let me just open up something real quick. Give me a perception check. Actually, spend honor. Do a flash. That's what the I have a system built in for this. You spend 1 honor, you can do a flashback.
Okay.
The 1 honor you earned.
Yeah, that was wasted. I only got an 8 on it.
Oh.
Honor to re-roll it.
No.
I mean, you weren't really necessarily looking for
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. It was just the 2 like very obvious things that stuck out to you.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, do we need to start tracking those down then? Seems like if we find them, we'll more than likely find him.
It is a high priority. The only thing I worry about is tracking down ones he's already found and then wasting our own time. But only one way to figure out if he's found them or not is to find them.
Yeah.
You guys can at least cross one of them off your list.
Yeah, the dragon.
Yeah, dragon and the unicorn are for sure gone.
Well, the dragon's still here.
The dragon's safe, yeah.
Well, but we've identified where the dragon and those 2 on the list. There is, I'm assuming you've shared this list with me thus far. There is a falcon on the list, and I know you were interested in the kingdom that sword came from, and they were associated with birds.
I was having the same thoughts.
Possibly 2 birds. 2 birds with 1 stone. I didn't intend for that, but it is very prescient for this moment.
I'm taking away the experience that Darius got from that last battle.
Not only that, but we had 2 birds pass away on that island as well, so...
Oh.
Maybe not the time and place for that phrase.
Apologize, I did not know that.
How was the rest of your travels? Did you have fun?
Fun's a strong word for it. I mean, I spent a lot of time in the library, which is always enjoyable.
I do love that.
Yeah, but then I also found out that I'm potentially being, well, I don't know if directly pursued by, but I've at least interacted with a deity of deception, infinity, and unknown possibilities, in addition to the Yellow King. So there's a lot going on that I don't fully. Darius does just pause for a second, and you see the panic behind his eyes of all of these huge cosmic forces that seem to be interfering in his life, and he's like, I mean, I've got. Eventually, I'm gonna have to go have a chit chat with another version of myself and get some more answers, but I don't know if I'm quite ready for that talk yet.
Oh, yes, all normal things you just said. Well, if it's any consolation, most clerics and paladins try their whole life for their god to even look at them, and you've got multiple trying to get at you, so...
I don't want gods getting after me. I just wanted to find stuff and look up old things and make stuff, and now I got 2 gods up on my ass trying to interfere in my life.
Well, I suppose things like this do happen when you go looking.
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
Sorry, I'm not the best at...
No, it is true. It's just not. I mean, to say this is not where I thought my life was leading me would be a grand understatement.
Have you thought about speaking with Temenos about your god's issue?
I don't know if... One, I don't know if he would be... pleased to hear which gods are trying to interfere in my life. 2, I don't think his approach to gods is very different to mine. And also his relationship with his gods is very different to what I'm dealing with. I don't know, because I don't want them to be interfering with me, and he wants interaction with his gods. So it feels like we're going on like opposite paths in this situation.
Suppose.
I could talk to him.
Maybe you don't even have to directly bring it up, but just observe how Temenos carries himself to see how to have a god ignore you.
Darius thought that was gonna go somewhere else, and then realizing is like, huh. I mean, by that logic, so I pray to them a lot, and then they stop talking to me because I'm ignoring them right now. So if I start talking to them, then they'll be like, well, now he's being too needy. I don't want this anymore.
Exactly. That's what happened with a lot of suitors to my sister.
Yeah.
Try and give her attention, and then she would ignore them because they were giving her the attention.
I gotta stop playing hard to get with the gods. Okay. Okay.
Gotta get real desperate.
Gotta be sliding into those godly DMs at 2 a.m. All right. I mean, it's still not a bad suggestion to talk to him about it. I don't know how he'll react, though. I also don't know how... I mean, he seems to be struggling on his own with his relationship with his deities.
Yeah, I mean, if we want to, we can cut to... if Darius wants to find Temenos. Temenos, how is reflecting going? It's been about a week since you've been back. You're trying to do some strength training. You have kind of been putting off a lot of your thoughts on this because you're trying to handle whether or not you think the things you've learned are blasphemy.
Yeah. No, Temenos has just been doing like literally thousands of push-ups and sit-ups and just like contemplating on what he's learned from the desert and is like trying to implement it, but not implement it in a way that he feels would be blasphemous to his religion.
Yeah, and what did you do with the flower then? Is it just propped up somewhere? Is it hiding in a closet? The
flower is propped up next to my right next to the bed or the cot that I'm sleeping in.
Yeah. I'll say, so another thing, I mean, I know you've been kind of just ignoring stuff. You also know that, like, Darius implied that it was possibly grown using the waters of the Fountain of Youth, is what it sounded like.
Yeah.
Which is, like, probably the closest you've gotten to finding more info on this thing.
Absolutely.
I think at some point Darius can...
Yeah. I think Darius comes in, sees Temenos doing his thousands of push-ups and sit-ups. They're just real good push-ups there.
Form.
Sets of one.
Yeah. One push-up, sits down for like 5 minutes. Another push-up.
And 2.
Yep. Am I interrupting, Temenos?
Oh, no, not at all. Come in. Is there something you want to talk about?
Yeah, it's a bit of an odd question, but you feel like you have the best knowledge for what I'm looking for. I know this is kind of counterintuitive to what you're normally doing, but how do you protect yourself from the influence of a god?
Well, whenever I am in a dark or evil place, or if I suspect that it's a dark or evil place, I tend to reflect on the mantras of Asana Vida or reflect on some of her writings.
Right, so that's getting closer to a god. What if I want to get further away from a god?
And don't.
What if I'm already not I'm already not interacting with the god and they're interacting with me?
Well, Darius, I guess I would put it this way. If I were to try and stray farther from Asana Vida, I would look towards death. I would try and find my embrace in the evil one, in Abba. So, I don't know. I guess it depends on which of your gods you tend to believe in. I would just simply try to do whatever you feel would be the opposite.
How? And again, almost without thinking, and not really to Temnos, but just like thinking out loud, it's like, well, what's the opposite of infinity? That's nothing. How do you get closer to nothing?
Is this something that you would just say to Temnos? Do you feel like you would actually ask him
I think Darius says it out loud, but isn't necessarily looking for a response, but he says it out loud and then it's just thinking in his own head how he would try to get closer to nothing, how that works.
Darius, I hope you don't take offense. Your brain is very busy.
Yeah.
Do you feel like maybe you should take some time to just meditate? And not meditate on any one certain thing. Simply just take some time and meditate. Maybe you'll find the answer that way.
There's this is getting too close to IRL problems of Darius realizes he's oh fuck, do I do so many things so that I don't have to not think? What am I trying not to think about by doing all of these things? And there's just that existential moment where he's oh fuck. Not saying out loud, but he's oh fuck, what am I trying not to think about? Thank you, Temenos. That might be something. I'll try that.
I didn't do anything, but I'm glad to have helped. I can just go back to my sit-ups.
Okay. Darius goes off and just sits and stares at a wall for 5 minutes, thinking about how badly he was just read by Temnos in that moment.
Silas, so you were trying to train your dexterity. What does that look like for Silas?
I'm assuming I don't know how, but making a course and just doing a bunch of acrobatics.
Oh, that's cool, like Ninja Warrior.
That's how I picture.
No, I like that. Yeah, no, I think that's great. Oh god, we're in the 4th month already. So it's getting to be springtime. Things are thawing out. You're able to make some sort of course outdoors. And I think you would notice from time to time hooded figures in the distance watching you.
They haven't done anything to me, so I'm just gonna keep training.
Yeah. I ignore them. I know Indian and Darius mentioned that it could be of pressing time. They're not really sure. Do you guys want to do a mission building? Or do you guys have other stuff you'd like to do?
I don't have any I can always research more stuff and do more things like that, but that's nothing that I feel is prescient in the moment. Nothing that's urgent that Darius would want to look into.
Let's mission build, idiots.
Yay! Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay, how can I fuck up this mission?
Yeah, what's Kyle gonna do to fuck us up?
Okay, so I'm gonna need everyone get their initiatives ready.
I've never had an initiative in my life.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Do I not have that?
So if we have initiatives, I'm ready to receive.
Ooh.
Yeah, you are. That's a 24 for Indian.
Initiative. Okay.
I actually rolled well this time. That's a 17.
I got a 23.
Temenos rolled a 7.
I edged out Silas. Let's go.
Oh, he's edging Silas.
Yep.
Ah,
This is a real charged episode.
hours now, bro.
He be edging as hell. Okay, Andian, you're up first in this initiative, so you can choose either a patron, location, trouble, a reward, a quest, inclusion, or extra. What would you like to include in this?
The location is the island.
Okay.
Where Silas and I got our librarian license.
Okay. Silas, would you like to make a twist?
There is on the island. There is an owl that suspiciously looks like Andian's old.
My trauma.
Okay. Andian, if you'd like to make a nature check.
Nature.
You have
Oh yeah, with bonuses
advantage on that, and you add +1 to that.
from your base.
Oh, so you're trying to make my trauma come to light? I see how this
I'm-
is. I'm going to remember this. Bloody 21.
21. All
Hey,
right.
it could heal or hurt you.
What a spiral.
Next is Silas. You can choose one.
I'm always gonna go for trouble.
Always gotta get that trouble.
Of course, we fucking
There's a
are.
curse. There's a curse there for me to eat.
Okay. Darius, what's the twist?
How can I fuck with Kyle?
I too had a bird that died there.
You'll give him indigestion. Oh yeah, tie it to Chunky Chicky.
Chunky Chicky.
Tonkus Chickus.
I think the twist is I'll leave it even open to our interpretation a little bit. Like, this curse isn't as simple as some of the others he's encountered. Like, it is not as easy, not as easy as just like going in there and gobbling it up, has happened in the past. Like, it's more
Yeah.
more complex.
Gobble.
More complex. Okay, I need an investigation check from Silas.
You also have advantage and +1 to that.
18.
18, that's true. All right, Darius, it's your turn.
I think we're our own patron, which doesn't give us a lot of benefits. I think there is going to be information about the Falcon, the Queen's Beast Falcon there. So for quest.
Ooh.
Either the beast itself or like something connected. The Falcon is connected to that island.
Okay. Temenos, is there a twist to this?
Yes. The beast may appear in an unlikely form that we'd expect.
Okay. Darius, if you want to give me a
Thinking possibly history?
I'm gonna say Arcana.
Oh, okay, that works too. I'm good at that one as well.
Just because it's about the Queen's Feast.
That's a 22.
22. That's 20 true.
Got him.
All right, Temenos. We have trouble, reward, and extra left. I realize, the patrons are basically yourselves. There's not really much to say about that.
Oh, extra. If I may, let's do trouble.
Okay.
You may not.
Actually, that's mine.
For this one, let's say that we will encounter death in some form during this mission.
That's too much. Why do y'all make trouble so...
No!
Filing trauma onto Endian. She's had enough.
Well,
Add more, dude. Add more.
Andian, you get to do the twist.
The
It's my
death that
chicken.
we encounter has to do with something with Temenos. Got him. Fucking wrecked him, dude.
Oh,
Not my trauma
boy.
anymore.
I'll say, can I get it like something a little bit more specific than that?
Yes, it is someone who is close to him that he has not thought about in a long time. Is that less vague?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, he's had 2 different adventuring parties, so it could be someone from one of
I
those.
assume it's like one of those or an ex-lover. Or both.
Okay. Temenos, if you want to give me an investigation check, you have advantage +1.
Okay.
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 Oh my god, he rolled so
Oh my
bad on
god,
both.
a 9?
He rolled so bad on both.
9.
How are you the only
That
one
is
that
not
failed?
true.
You're the only one that failed, Temenos.
Only one who failed.
Oh, because we have to get to a 15 on them?
Yep.
Yeah. Because I'm assuming, would you allow a Flash of Genius once across the entirety of quest building, I'm assuming? It wouldn't help there, but...
Yeah, I feel like Flash of Genius is like kind of like a instantaneous moment thing, where this is like taking time to find rumors.
Cool, that works.
So Andian, you can either do the reward, patron, or extras. Patron is basically yourselves, but I don't know if you have anything special. I don't know. You could always surprise me. I don't know.
I have an idea for the patron. If either you...
I have an idea for the reward.
Okay,
Oh.
Kyle, if you take patron, I will come to your house and shank you.
And have a nice vacation in Hawaii.
Yeah, I'll come visit, shank you, and then continue my vacation. It won't even mess up my vacation.
Adam plans on being part of the problem. Another foreigner coming to Hawaii.
It's cookies.
Yeah.
I have cookies right now.
I will specifically do it because it's an issue in Hawaii.
Reward: the King's Sword reveals its power to Endian.
Ooh. Kyle's gonna be an asshole.
All right, Kyle, what is the twist?
Leave my dead owl alone.
You already put it in your once.
Its power is to kill owls.
That's what I'm thinking.
So we roll better than Silas next time, so he doesn't go after me. Keep screwing up every prompt I do.
I thought I rolled pretty well.
Our initiatives are very high, so it's either
It's
I
either
go
you
first
are
or
going to be
you.
above me, or I'm going to be above you, and everybody else
Yeah.
is below us.
Yeah, I really tried.
To unlock that power, Endian must fight herself.
Oh, that's my other trauma.
Fucked up. That's fucked up.
That's why the mirror's face down all the time and don't lift it up.
You're welcome.
All right, Indian, if you want to give me a... Actually, let's go with an Arcana check for this one.
First one was bad. This might not be true. Hey, it's not true. I rolled an 8.
An 8?
Can I spend some honor to make that true?
Indian could spend an honor to make it.
Honor to make it
true.
How much honor would it take to make it true?
Let me just...
As much as I don't want to.
5 honor.
5 honor?
Yep.
I
Turns
only
a
have
failed check
60
into a successful one.
I only have 64 honor. Yeah, I'll spend
45.
You have 64 honor still? You didn't turn that into XP?
I'm waiting to do it all in one go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll spend 5 honor to make it true.
Okay, it's now true.
Oh, well, I have 59. Damn.
Oh, no. Okay, Silas, either patron or extra.
Guess I have to take extra because someone's gonna fly over to Hawaii and have a nice time.
You have an option. I'm just saying.
Extra. Read all about it. What can be an extra thing?
Anything. It could be anything.
Yeah, could be anything.
That's what makes extra hard.
You're extra.
We've often used it to try and bring things that we failed on in previously, but we've succeeded on most of them so far.
All except for Temenos having a dead loved one.
Temenos is avoiding the trauma.
Yeah, just ignore it. It'll go away.
Yeah, but I can't think of anything else. The stranger who's following Silas attacks him there.
Oh, okay.
Confront your stranger.
All right, is there a twist, Darius?
Yes, the reason he's attacked is that there's a schism in the followers. They have differing opinions as to what needs to be done with Silas. Some view like the killing of him is like the fulfillment of one schism's goal in worship of the Mimic King.
Okay.
Or whatever it is.
Give me an investigation check, Silas.
Why do I keep checking? I know my investigation is a +0.
Well, it's advantage with +1, so that's something.
I don't need to roll anymore. I rolled a nat 20.
Ooh.
It means we get to add another thing.
Yeah, you get to add another twist to it.
Well, you can either ignore it
twist.
or you can add a second one to it.
Yeah.
I just like making things hard for people or myself. They're
Oh, I thought of one. Fuck.
They're where. What did we fight again?
When?
The were-tiger?
They're the same species.
Oh, he was a human. Yeah.
Oh, he was a
human who was a were-tiger who was using his hybrid form to disguise the fact that he wasn't a tiger man.
There were tigers then.
There were tigers. Oh, okay. So that means, Darius, you can choose patrons. If you have anything special that can surprise me other than just yourselves, we'll see what.
It may not be directly, but under the ancient immortal beings, the queen herself is influencing this to go here to protect the falcon. Because it is.
That's one thing I'm going to have to give a hard no to.
Okay.
And I can't explain yet why.
Fair. That's fair.
Because I'm the queen. Got him.
Oh, no. Normally I would yes and, but that one was very specific.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a stretch, but
it's just something I don't want to it's something that's kind of hard encoded to me in how this world was formed that I don't want to reveal just yet.
Yeah,
not in this way at least.
Oh, here we'll go back to a classic. Again, maybe not directly, but Rook is interested in getting this taken care of as well because it's fucking up his library. He uses this as part of his library training, correct? Or it's part of the. Oh, what is this?
No,
what is this?
This is a test island. So this island gets used for people trying to acquire their license. So the library is this is a private island that the library has that they test people to get their license at. So once you've been here once, you don't really have a reason to come back again, usually. Unless you didn't get your license.
Could that still be part of it in that they are kind of like a general call for like, there's a bunch of shit happening on this island that we use. We need people to come in and take care of it. Like the librarian organization.
Okay, yeah. So we'll say the library is asking people to come here. Okay. Temenos, do you have a twist for this? The library is asking people to come to this island to help with something.
Yeah, I think I have a twist. This is the island that Temenos was able to get his license on.
No, that's not the twist. That's the.
Oh shit! Sorry.
That's where we're going. Yeah.
To be honest, no, I don't have a twist.
Javis. Okay. You could say like maybe like what kind of issue they're having on the island, or
you know what? Okay.
Or like what they're trying to like.
There's gold.
No, the issue that the librarians are having is related to money to some capacity. There's like an element of like money that it's related to.
They're broke, so there's.
They better not be broke, because on the patrons thing, we can get paid. Not that we need it. We can get paid by the library, though. If they don't got no money, why ain't we getting paid? Doesn't actually matter. We don't need money.
I want money.
Oh, I have to roll for that.
Yeah, you do.
I forgot. Not by much, but that is a 16.
That's a pass. There's some kind of money problem. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think it should be easy enough to find on like the library net. If Endian or Silas or Temenos points this out, there's like a posting conveniently around this time where they're asking people to convene on the island to kind of, it seems as though there is some kind of an issue where they want to start prepping for the next license, the next test, but they're having this only says that they're having just a kind of a hunt that they need to go on, that they need people to go on, and they want multiple people so that way they can have a wide net on this. And they have a lot of people already kind of busy at the moment, so they're putting out a general call for librarians.
What was it said you said before, Darius? 2 birds, 1 stone?
Yeah.
Would that apply to this situation?
I mean, it feels like it. It seems like this island's pretty important to the organization, so if we can help them out and take care of what we need to learn there.
Well, Silas, are you ready to go back to that island?
Are you?
Face creaks as the bark moves while she forces a smile across her face. Yes. I've been so excited to go back there. Temenos?
It was dangerous when I went there, but now there's going to be more of us, so I don't think it will be as dangerous.
There was the same number of us when we were there.
Aren't y'all like a lot stronger now, though? This is like where you go to cut your teeth. Like, we're way more powerful than when we met.
Yeah, but it's still, threat's a threat.
I mean,
I don't think those wounds have healed yet. As he looks to India.
What happened on this island?
I haven't
got
talked
our
about.
license.
Wait, sorry. Is near a boy
no.
or girl?
Boy.
Boy. You haven't. I don't think you ever talked about him.
She clutches the feather that's covered in resin that's on her. She wears as a necklace. Who do you mean?
He'll look to your hand. I think you know.
I mean, it is sad what happened to Kala. But like Darius is saying, we are much stronger now.
Physically.
Yes. No
Some
one will
cuts.
get eaten by a shambling mound this time.
Getting the hint that you don't want to talk about your trauma ever. He'll drop the topic.
I mean, yeah, if you write in that you're accepting it, right?
Yeah. Click the green check mark.
Shortly after, you'll get like a voice message on your phone, Indian. Silas will get the exact same one shortly after. Well, I see you've accepted a mission from the library. It's good to see you guys are out and active, and I'd have a personal investment into this. I'm being asked to come back and do some things with this. If you'd like, I can give you guys a ride. The sooner the better would be nice. And you would recognize the voice as the Auric.
Put me back in mission building. I want a new twist. I want a new twist.
Yes, I would be most appreciative if you
Red listened.
gave us a ride there.
Of course, no problem. This would be perfect for me. I mean, we can sit you guys back on the old stomping grounds, see how well you do a second time run. Think of it as a new game plus, almost, right? We can talk about the details. I can let you in. I think you guys probably... it's like playing a game.
Why wouldn't you just say that then?
It's like playing a game a second time, but better.
Why would you play a game twice?
Let's just say I can fill you in on some of the more details when I pick you up. I think this would be perfect for you guys, though. Master hunters, if you will.
I suppose.
Perfect. I'll see you shortly.
How shortly? I've got to get ready. We don't have babysitters for the children. The orphans that we didn't talk about. They might all be
You hear the door
growing
open. Well, are you ready? No.
up. They're not my orphans.
No. But he doesn't, yeah. He just says he'll see you shortly.
Yeah. Start getting things ready. Restringing my bow.
I'm gonna beat him up. I'm gonna cause drama. I am the drama. I'm making another trouble.
Yeah, I mean, Darius would make sure that we have actual, like, there has to be people in town that we trust and know besides Grafto that could look after the...
Old Darrow, look who's in town, mate.
Ornig, we watching it.
Where the fuck did you come?
I like the idea that it's just Gobby and I want to say Burbank. That's not his name.
No.
Burkham. That's not it either. What did I say?
Brikung.
Burkung. Brigham Young.
Brigham Young. It's got some real funny ideas that came out of a hat.
Yeah. Brikung. Brikung, I like the idea that Brikung and Gobby are the only two that show up. Egg doesn't.
Darius pulls out the egg, and it's actually Egg's hand, and then he just appears.
He hatches out of there.
Hatches out of the egg with another egg in his hand.
I mean, if you'd like, yeah, we can say that the goblins descend.
Right.
They immediately made plans to come to New Veneer thinking they got a new house to stay at.
Boy, right. These kids are going to be well set on.
How do we watch the kids?
Egg's been dead for days.
He died as soon as he gave the egg. That was his heart.
Why do you think it came from his chest area?
Yes, it's just up to you and me.
Alright, I can't play Gobby anymore because I already feel that character seeping into Indian. I just saw myself from saying stupid shit.
Are we speaking with Gobby right now? Yeah, so you guys get yourself some babysitters, some unlikely. They've already been paid 100 gold each, or 150. And eventually
Darius,
you guys can...
He also asks Grafto to check in occasionally, not fully trusting these goblins that he met for like 3 hours.
You don't trust a goblin that's vocabulary is only egg?
Again, I fucking hate this place.
Yeah. Yeah, so you guys did that. You can, if you have any prep you'd like to do before you go, or else we can just, say that the Cyrus descends down to the west of the city, and you guys are able to board it and be prepared. You see Deborah, Yui, and I've already forgotten his name, haven't I?
Rufus.
It's something. What?
It's actually Rufus. Yeah, Rufus. It's actually Rufus.
Yeah. Rufus, Yui, and Deborah are there on ship still with the rest of the crew. And you guys are able to take flight and start heading to this island. And from there, we can end the episode. If you would like to ask me or any of us about our favorite way to prepare chocolate milk, you can always hit us up at the _RPGS. If you'd like to ask me about facilitating trauma bonding, you can always hit me up at Bumblescum. If you'd like to ask BakaZombie about how to deflect when people have to ask you about your traumas, you can always hit them up at Zombie Baka. If you would like to find strange insight in an unlikely space, you can ask for that insight from Adam at Little Growth. If you would like to do 1,000 push-ups, you can always ask Kane to count them for you at Kane_Wallner. And unfortunately, much like the strangers in the distance, Kyle is off and away, and he's not going to talk to you. Goodbye. Go away.